Have you ever been in a situation where you're about to do a presentation and all of a sudden you look out and you notice a few people in the audience, you're going, oh, they really know the stuff I'm going to talk about. Oh, they look old. They must be experienced. And we have this mindset in our own head, which then starts to jeopardize us. It starts to get us thinking about things which may or may not be real, but actually whatever they are, they're definitely not helping us. So how do you control that mindset? Sometimes when I was writing presentations, I would be thinking about, am I the right person to deliver this? Do I have the right expertise? Have I been doing it for long enough? And you'd almost get that imposter syndrome where you're doubting your own ability. You think that you're going to say something and other people are going to go, oh, that's not right, that's rubbish. We all have these thoughts. It's natural in some ways to have these thoughts. The question is, what differentiates somebody who has these thoughts and allows these thoughts to take over their world, and somebody who says, okay, I recognize that as a thought, but I'm not going to listen to it. They turn the dial down. I think people who are great at speaking, who are standing up and presenting, are very good being able to turn down that dial and actually have the mindset which enables them to speak, engage, interact with people, and not having that internal dialogue constantly going on. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of martial arts. I was early 20s. And nerves were one of the things that got me. I couldn't eat beforehand. The only thing I could eat, bizarrely enough, was custard. And it had enough sugar, it had enough carbs in there to keep me going, but I couldn't really eat anything else. We used to travel around the country competing. After a while, I started to find ways to hack my anxiety and hack my overthinking. I was working with my sensei, and one of the things that he told me was about keep on practicing and just getting into the zone. It's sometimes easy to say that, but it's really hard to do. And what I learned that really helped me was to consistently practice, and the more I practiced, the easier I became. And the second thing I found was visualize. Doing visualizations, visualize I'm in that competition, I'm competing, and I'm blocking, and I'm fighting, and I'm kicking, and I'm doing all this stuff. The more I visualized, the easier it became. When I started thinking about what moves I was going to do and what moves my opponent might do, it slowed me right down because I was thinking about what I was doing rather than doing it. If I practiced well enough and hard enough, then I knew that it would come natural to me. And so I did that, and that helped me win a lot more competitions by practicing a lot, focusing on being in the moment, and visualizing. And I think applying that into speaking and presenting is very similar. I used to speak in competitions, and one of the things I learned to do was to practice a lot. I practiced constantly, being very much in the zone. And being in the zone is all about me turning down that dial in my head. I'd visualize beforehand. Certain things would happen. People would come in and out of the room. People would move. People would be crossing their arms. And I go, nope, that's fine. I'm not judging it. I'm not making interpretations. I'm just thinking, this is what I'm delivering. This is what I've done. This is what I know that works. And I'm going to enjoy myself here. And having all those thoughts dialed my negative thoughts massively down. One of the ways I did as well is breathe. I used to breathe in, focus on my feet. Before I was going to deliver a speech, I would stand to the side and rock ever so slightly and just focus on that and breathe in and out. If I was doing those things, I didn't have enough space to focus on self-talk, anxiety, being anxious. I was just focusing on, this is what I'm going to say to start with. And by doing that, it helped me focus my mind, stop worrying about my audience. Simply by doing that, enabled me to be much more present and totally focused on what I was doing, which was talking to people, engaging with them, and sharing my love of something. So what I want you to think about is next time you're in a situation which is stressful, and speaking and presenting tends to be high stress, practice beforehand before you even get in there. Practice on visualization, being in that room, seeing all those people, you're talking to them, things happen, but you're addressing it perfectly, carrying on, you're answering the questions positively, you're enjoying yourselves. Think about your breathing, and then when you breathe in, you're focusing on your internal dialogue and how you can turn down so that you're taking away all that negative dialogue and you're focusing on just being in the moment. And by repeating that, you'll be amazed by the outcome. Simply by doing it, I've won so many competitions in martial arts. I've won so many competitions when I've been speaking. Now I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I know that if you practice this, you too will enjoy it.